We got a mukbang over here.
Oh, do we? Hell yeah.
There we go.
Wow. Can't wait to see how this correlates.
It correlates because I asked them to keep eating, that's why.
Should we stop?
If you want.
Okay, last bit.
You can eat, just don't make the ruffle noise, man.
Alright, so the way it correlates is because this story is about a 3-year-old little girl named Pei Shing. And she is, so her parents are a Chinese couple and they film mukbang videos of this 3-year-old little girl. But they're getting a lot of backlash because of the appearance of the little girl. So they're saying that they're abusing her and that they're using her as a cash cow and that she's overweight and that she's not healthy and that the parents are not good parents. So that's...
Because they're making money off her eating.
Oh, and she's eating too much.
And that she's eating excessively, according to viewers. And people are
tough.
just demanding that the parents be held accountable.
Asians love making fat babies, though.
They do.
They love making.
They
fat
think
babies.
it's healthy.
Yeah, exactly. The more they have, the better. The more they'll grow.
But then don't they start telling you that you're fat?
Yeah.
But that's later.
Yeah, it's
Oh, later.
Yeah.
They don't tell babies, like, hey, you fat ass, you're never gonna get a husband.
Yeah.
But it sounds like Chinese people are calling them out.
Yes, Chinese social media.
Maybe they changed.
Maybe, who knows? But yeah, they're saying that it's just sparking outrage. And yeah, they're saying, like I said, that they're abusing their child. And yeah, but the parents are saying that she's a healthy, normal little girl. That our videos don't only include her eating food, but as well as losing weight and dancing. And that she's always been a big child. And the mom said, she's my birth child. Why would I intentionally feed her that much?
Because you're getting paid hella money.
I mean, yeah,
They
you would
also-
say that after you're getting called out.
Yeah.
For sure.
The father said, we have jobs and don't lack money. We just want to record the growth of our child. We did make a little bit of profit, maybe a few hundred yuan, but that is just a number to us. That's what the dad said. So they're saying that
You made like a few $100 or something?
Yeah, what is the...
a few hundred yuan.
That's like $3.
Let me see.
That's like...
And they're like, how dare you fucking exploit your child?
Right.
See,
I mean, if it's just ad
100
revenue,
is $14.
that happens, man. People monetize like people fighting and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
And I don't really know what's the norm for a child or whatever. Like, I mean, to me, because I can only gauge off Taika, like she does look a bit round, but a doctor could probably be like, oh, that's perfectly normal within this range. So
I was
who
a
knows?
big kid. Like a fat, chubbier kid.
Were you?
But that baby looked like Humpty Dumpty a little bit though.
She's pretty big.
Yeah, so the mom said that she weighed about like 9 pounds at birth, so 4.5 kilos.
Oh, so she's already big, yeah.
9 is pretty big.
What is an average baby pound?
6'7". Yeah. And
She does.
that now at 3 years old she weighs 35 kilos.
No.
Wait, 35 kilos?
Yeah.
Which is 77 pounds.
Whoa.
That's fucking
that's big. That's big.
way.
are you sure?
That's fucking...
Put it 35 kilograms is 77 pounds.
To put it into perspective, because you guys know Taika, he's also 3. He's tall, but he's not big
just
like that.
turned 3.
He's almost about to be 40 pounds. Almost.
So she's
and he's
twice his
slimmer.
weight. She's twice his weight.
Yeah.
So she's obese, right?
Technically speaking, probably.
Well, yeah, and what is she eating in these videos? Like
Yeah.
spaghetti and
Ice
stuff?
It looks like watermelon.
That looks like ice cream.
70 pounds for a 3-year-old? I think that's
77, almost 80.
Yeah. That's
I
pretty.
told you she looked like Humpty Dumpty. Look at that.
I love that she loves to eat food though. That makes me happy.
I knew girls in high school who weighed less than that.
70?
Okay, that's wrong too.
They were small.
It's hard to just judge, what is being shown. Everyone
Right.
has a different perception.
Right.
Social media, so I understand that side, but also, there's some evidence that we are seeing.
That's a fat fucking baby.
Should we interview the high chair to see if it's getting stressed out?
Well, one of the, Daily Mail, the tabloid website, so they claim that there was this video where the little girl told her parents to stop feeding her, and then they only gave her more food.
Oh, no, that's sad. That's sad.
It's like a live stream or some shit.
What do you mean? She was like, I don't want to eat no more.
Yeah, well, that's the claim.
Stop feeding me.
Yeah.
Keep feeding.
And then the plate immediately got filled up again.
Aww.
Yeah,
It's like in
and so,
Matilda, right? No, is that
yeah, Matilda?
Yeah, with the chocolate.
Yes, the
eating
chocolate cake.
Oh,
Yeah.
that scene
You
grossed
her
me out.
sweat and
Forced to
blood went
eat.
into this cake, so
Yes.
you will eat it.
Yes.
That's my favorite movie ever.
Yeah, it's
Were you guys forced to eat as a kid?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was, and that's why I became. I had a fucking food problem throughout my whole life.
My parents told me that I kept asking for food and they didn't know what else to feed me.
Aww. Wait, because there's
Because I was
no...
allergic.
Okay.
So then I ate
He didn't give us that
basically,
context first.
I wanted to eat all the stuff that I was allergic to. Like,
Aw, how
I was-
hard.
I basically grew up paleo without knowing what paleo was. Just mainly like beef, chicken, fish, and then like vegetables. Because I was allergic to rice, even eggs, milk, a lot of grains, breads. Yeah. So, I mean, we find out now that that's actually healthy, right? But because I got so much eczema, like I couldn't eat the rice when everyone was eating rice. I was like, rice, motherfucker, bitch, you know? And then, but I loved meat though. And they were just like, how the fuck does this kid fit all this food? But I remember later, like in elementary school, if I didn't clear my plate, they would get mad at me. And they're just like, you gotta finish all this food. If you don't finish it, you're just wasting it. There's all these people in the world that can't eat. You're ungrateful, whatever, right? I think we all had that.
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
Always.
But I was like, dude, but sometimes, mom, you can't cook. Like, this is disgusting, man. It's hard to eat, man. That's what I was thinking.
Oh.
It just didn't taste good. Like, it's hard to eat a whole plate if it tastes like shit.
What'd you say out loud? Same thing.
And I was like, oh, I'm so full. And then later, when I got older, I was just like, I don't like your cooking that much. And then
She was like, yeah, me neither.
yeah, seriously, she did. She's like, I don't like to cook either. It's just fucking work. But I eventually someone told her that you shouldn't force them to eat because everyone has a different size stomach, and they didn't think like that. So then they're like, they just hearing it from another adult their age, I think, was like, oh, okay, so they all develop differently, and then they all have different appetites. And then they stopped force feeding me, because they're like, yeah, he's just gonna get super fat or something. So I got lucky, because that force feeding thing was a short period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty much my, like, when my parents were together, so from like birth to 7, like all that time my dad would force feed me.
They're like, eat! Why the fuck won't you eat?
No, my mom wasn't. She was really like passive or whatever. She wasn't about that. But my dad would like grab my like behind my head and
get
like jam food in my mouth, and I'd be sobbing and crying. And he'd tell me, "You're not leaving the fucking table until you're done." And I'd fall asleep next to my food, and my mom would like pick me up, take me to the room and stuff. But it was fucking traumatic.
That's why you don't like food.
That's why I don't like food.
Yeah,
I only
yeah.
eat to survive mainly. I mean, now that
Yeah.
I'm getting older, I think it's gotten less, but still.
Yeah, it's your association to that past.
Yeah,
It's
but you
painful.
know, right. And then I feel really guilty because I ended up like unintentionally doing the same to Isaac, but obviously not the exact same or like force feeding like crazy, but it ended up becoming a really difficult process every time we had a meal. Up until he was about 8 years old, he finally stopped, but you guys saw it. Like every time we'd go out to dinner, I'm like begging him, like, Isaac, please, you need to eat. Like, you're gonna die on me, kid. You don't eat.
He always winks at me and he goes, watch this. I'm not gonna eat, Mom. And then
But-
later I sneak him food under the table and he's eating it.
See, I just wanted him to eat. I'm just like, please, you need to stay alive somehow.
We went to Japan and we borrowed him for that one day. He was killing it on the Japanese barbecue.
Same
Yeah,
with me.
yeah. Around that age is when he calmed down.
Oh.
Around like 7-ish, because he was 7 there.
Yeah, he was killing
Yeah.
it.
So that's when he was like,
I feel like that's surprisingly common because my friend, his nephew, and his relationship with his sister, which is his nephew's mom, they have a similar situation where he just does not want to eat and stuff, and his sister always just yells at him like, top of her voice, just like, why won't you eat? And
he's
like,
just eating,
yeah,
just eating
he
that.
explains to me like her voice sounds like a demon, you know, like it changes to this thing, and he like, the kid's just crying and sitting there at the table and just like, and it sucks because I don't think a lot of people realize too, like, then now the kid's connecting this trauma with the food, and now they can't eat the food because of the trauma, and it's in this cycle. You
So
know?
what happens? I mean, like, won't the kid just eat when they're hungry? Like, why don't you just leave them there?
Well, it depends. It depends. Like, if your kid has like stomach issues, for example, it isn't like you could try to force them to eat because the pediatrician's going like, well, they're underweight, you know. But then it's like this kid has this association to food that's gonna hurt its stomach, for example. Or like Taika, he's a very picky eater.
Was he always picky?
When he was first born, he wasn't that picky. He actually ate a lot, but just the older he got, he just was disinterested with food. And we can just go, all right, forget it. You don't have to eat this. But then he wants to snack on some other stuff. And for me, I'm like, well, wait, you need your nutrition, dude. You can't just snack on like bullshit.
So they're still hungry, but they just want to fill themselves up with the
Or
bad
like with
stuff.
milk.
You know?
With tasty things?
Yeah, or just milk, because he's like in the milk
He
phase.
loves milk. He goes, yummy, yummy.
How cute.
Yeah, so it's rough. It's rough on parents, man.
No wonder people just kind of give the kid what they want. They just give in because they're like, you want McDonald's? All right, fuck, I'll give you
It's like,
McDonald's.
you're gonna die, stupid.
Yeah, and then
Do
so
they
many-
have followers? Like Instagram followers?
I
or
don't know
something?
how many, but obviously enough to grab the attention of many people and say that this is child abuse. So they're saying that their officials are investigating into this family to see if there is child abuse. But yeah, like people are upset. They're saying this is child abuse. Some people don't deserve to be parents. This is making me so angry. It's one of the comments. But yeah,
That's one of the things I always think about when I see like kids that are acting for YouTube. Like, I hate that my mind goes there, but I always have to think like, damn, do these kids even want to do it? Like once the adults are like turning a profit, I'm like, at what point are these kids going like, no, I just want to play. I don't want to rehearse this shit, or I don't want to
Like
do
the
this.
family vloggers and stuff. Even?
Not so much the family vloggers, because if they're a family vlog, then the center isn't so much on the kids, or the kids having to learn lines or having to like rehearse
I
like
see child actors.
yeah.
You write lines for Taika, and he has to say it the right way. or
Like a
else-
family
For the stories.
Yeah.
Because we do family vlogs, but it's not centered around Taika. It's just Taika so happens to be there, and that's what's happening in the moment. But if like it was
Yeah,
just
you're not
about-
exploiting, obviously.
Yeah, but like when I see just specific kid content, I'm like, damn, I can't imagine a kid being excited to be acting for X amount of time to make this
toy,
To be on all the
kind of
time.
thing.
stuff like that, or like it's like make believe shit, or like they're the princess of the castle, or they're like selling ice cream, and I'm like, for how long does a kid stay happy to do this? I don't know.
Right. I think that it's tough too because there's probably not necessarily like a union for like
Yes.
YouTube specific stuff. Like how, Gary Coleman, that whole thing happened with his parents where there was an actual law where money had to go in a separate bank
what's it called
account, separate from what
Yeah,
they had, they were earning from the TV show. So now child actors, they'll get at
Not
least
YouTube.
but there's no union for YouTube to like make sure that the kids are being protected in that sense. So I
Yeah.
totally feel you. Yeah.
I know, that's why like now whenever there's something that we're filming or a vlog or whatever, we're always like, Isaac, if you don't want to do this, just let me know. Because I do not want him to one day look back and say, you forced me to do this. Like you invaded my private life or whatever. So I'm just super
Sure.
mindful. Like,
I mean, I
You're
think
good,
it's a
we're
little
good.
obvious here that it might be against that kid's will.
yeah, if she's saying stop feeding me and then they fill up the plate again, that's pretty bad.
Yes, she's like twice the weight that she's supposed to be at.
Especially the fact of that, 77 pounds is a lot.